But I remember that night because, they came running in the arcade, and, I'm playing Street Fighter or whatever game was the game to play at the time. And, I would never have left. But they came in all beat up, and it scared me to death. I didn't know what was going on. Well, they ran into the arcade to come get me. And when I saw, it put me into panic mode. Because he comes in, he's all, run, we gotta go now, run. And I just left the game running and in terror, didn't know what the hell was going on until I got to the bus stop and I could find out. I didn't know what happened. When I went to Westwood, for whatever reason, when I first started going to Westwood, it was always the arcade and the movie theater and then home. And then at some point in time, when the graffiti started, then everyone started hanging out at the Carl's Jr. And I would just always go to the arcade. But, they went there to the Carl's Jr. And then it was, everyone was, something to do with graffiti. And boy, oh boy, did half got beat up too, but got beat the fuck up bad. Just fucking, when I saw what saved me, because if I would have been hanging out with them, they wouldn't have differentiated me between them. You got beat up too. But luckily, certain things like, and didn't really like to play Street Fighter. So, they weren't, certain things like that kind of saved me from a pretty severe ass beating. I would have probably got beat up, but got fucking bad, dude. Stitches, both eyes were black, fat lip, all just kind of contusions and cut up and fucking, and, had a black eye and stuff, or, you could tell it was going to be forming. But when I saw it, it was just, I didn't know if he just looked like somebody fucked his ass up, and then they're saying, run! And I went into fight or flight mode. I didn't know what happened, but they said run. I ran. I didn't know, it was like got me in. I didn't know what was going on, and then we ran down to the bus stop, and then there was a mob coming way off in the distance, and they said run, and so we ran down to the next bus stop, and then we couldn't get on that bus because they were all on the bus that we were going to get on, so we had to wait till the next one, and that's when I found out the story. They all got beat up, but got beat up by like 40 dudes.